Hey, what's going on? Welcome in or welcome back. My name is Durant Cersei, singer, songwriter, producer, performer, actor, if you nasty. And welcome to the house of the unofficial and sometimes, as you will see here, unprofessional fragrance and skincare guru. What is going on? It is officially the day after Christmas. My Christmas went by so fast. I slept till about 3 o'clock. I needed the rest. Talked to a few friends, and that's it. I really spent the entire day by myself on Christmas. And I ate pizza and I was content. And so I went to see Color Purple at 10:25 p.m. and I left the theater around 1 a.m. So that just gives you an idea of how long the movie is. Now, first, I want to start off by saying when it comes to The Color Purple, I had no interest in seeing this movie. Little to no interest, I should say, in seeing The Color Purple remake at all. The only reason I had some interest in seeing it is because I am a fan of Taraji P. Henson as an actress. So the only reason I wanted to see it was because Taraji P. Henson was in it. And speaking of that, I'm all about the vibes wherever I go. And so the vibe of the theater, meaning the fragrance of the day, the scent of the day while in the theater, was none other than Taraji P. Henson's TPH Vanilla and Tuberose. Of course, if I'm going to see Taraji P. Henson, I have to wear her. Okay. Now, this is a vanilla and tuberose, like I said, and it smells so freaking good. Taraji P. Henson's TPH line in Walmart, the body care is not to be played with. The body oil, the body butter is all so freaking good. So this is it's very much it's very fragrant and it's pretty much a sexy body spray. But you know what? It is still a body spray. And although this lasts a pretty good while, I am the type where I need you to smell me before I walk in the room. So I had to add a little something to give it a little kick, just a little kick. And so I went in after that with Kay Ollie's The Wedding Silk Santal. Baby. These two together, magical. And I was just trying stuff out. It worked, baby. I smell so freaking good. You have to do this. So I'm going in with the vibes. Got Taraji on, about to go see Taraji P. Henson. Now, I okay, this is why I really had little to no interest in seeing the movie. Now, there are three movies as an adult I do not have to see. I do not have to watch. I don't want to watch. And that is Rosewood, What's Love Got to Do with It, and Color Purple. Now, to me, all of these movies, although they are cult classics, my people love them and some people watch them over and over again, they're just too triggering for me. For me. I don't want to see. I saw abuse in real life. I don't want to see it in a movie. Oh, but Durant, it's not real. It's just okay. I've seen it in real life. I don't want to see it in fake life. I don't want to see it. So I never was a huge fan of Color Purple. What's Love Got to Do with Rosewood? Those are movies that, and there's moments in each one of them, but they're movies I don't like to watch. They're not enjoyable for me because it's just too triggering. And of course, I think this movie, the remake of Color Purple, they did a good job in trying to make it a little more positive, but there was still, of course, those moments of abuse, still triggering. I just didn't like that. And I really, one thing that really kind of inspired me and low key made me mad and low key had me thinking was the musical part of it. I wasn't mad at that because some people, black people, they don't like when music is in movies, and I enjoy the music, the breakdowns, and all that. And it just, to me, I was thinking to myself, what is going on? I need another agent because I should have been doing this. It looks so freaking fun as a person who is an actor, as is a dancer and a singer. It just all the musical numbers just looked so freaking fun. The music was great. The music was so good. Now, these are the things that I just was kind of like, why? And that's because I've seen, the color purple. And I know things are gonna change, blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. But when you think of color purple, for me, when I think of color purple, aside from the abuse part, I first things that come to my mind, nothing but death can keep me from it. That was in the movie, but to me it fell flat. I mean, I love Hallie. She's cute, she's beautiful, and she sounded great. That scene fell flat for me. Because, it's going back to, and I know they're not going to do the same thing. She can't repeat what she did. I know. But it didn't have that same power, that same emotion. And so that fell flat for me. And another thing that fell flat, and another thing that I think about when I think of Color Purple, you told Harpo to beat me. That fell flat too. And it doesn't mean that they were horrible to me. It's just those are memorable things that I think about when I think of Color Purple. And then when I saw it in the new Color Purple that I just watched a few minutes ago, it just to me was like, oh, okay, well, they're not the same actor, but it just didn't have the same feeling. It didn't give that emotion that I was expecting, from when I saw it back in the day. And another thing that kind of stood out to me, there's a scene where, Celia is about to shave him. I really, for the life of me, still don't understand why they left. You remember in that movie when she was doing it and they had this African, it was like a ritual thing going on in the middle and it was cutting back and forth. They left. Why didn't they do that? I was like, why did they leave that out? That was the music. I know they did like a little African thing before that scene, but that was like one of the most iconic scenes in the movie, in my opinion. When the kids, they were doing like this African, and then the kids, I think they get cut or something with a knife, and they completely left it out. I was so frustrated at that. Like, why did you do that? To me, that was just unacceptable for me. And another thing that comes to mind when I think about the color purple is, guys, trying to tell you something. Now, Taraji P. Henson did something with the dad, and I was like, oh, that's cute, but where is the choir? Where God's trying to tell you something? God's trying to tell you something right now. Right? Where is that? I was like, where is some of these parts, even though it's not a movie that I gravitate to, it's those parts that are most memorable to me. And I was just like, what's going on? Why are they not here? Or why are they not hitting? Like, it's so that those are the things that kind of were all negatives for me. Aside from the obvious. But overall, I think everybody did a great job. The songs were so good. I loved the songs. Now, my standout song was the song with Celie and Suge Avery together, coming down the stairs. Oh, that was so. Taraji. I hear you, niece. I hear you. Taraji and Fantasia, that song together, that song was so beautiful. That's probably the only song that I was like, oh, I would want to listen to that, like, in the car. I love that song. Their voices together blended so nicely. Now, if we're gonna be real on my part, Taraji was a star of the show. I'm sorry. uh, Taraji was the star of the show. And then another standout was Miss Sophia. But I just think with Miss Sophia can sing, and I don't think they used her voice like to the fullest. And of course, everything Fantasia was singing. I mean, why? But I think when it comes to overall performances, she kind of got drowned out by Miss Sophia and Suge Avery. But that doesn't mean Fantasia didn't do a great job as Celie. She did, but those two characters just were so much. They were just they stood out so well. She kind of get lost, when especially when she's doing scenes with them, and so I really, again, I enjoyed it. I think her was not utilized. Her's voice is so beautiful. I was like, why don't I hear it enough? Like when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, she sounds amazing. She sounds so freaking good. And who else? What else was like a standout moment? But okay, not really anymore. So as far as like I'm not gonna review the movie because I'm not a reviewer. I do fragrance over here. I'm just giving how I felt. I think the movie was okay. It was okay. It was is it something I want to see again? Probably not. Oh, and I loved the finale song. The finale song was so good. And it really just seemed like to me, like they all seemed like they enjoyed doing it. That's what really kind of stood out for me watching the entire movie. They all seemed like they enjoyed it. But yeah, movies like that, like this Color Purple again. What's Love Got to Do? I know people find funny moments in What's Love Got to Do with it. I just don't like Rosewood. I just don't like them kind of movies. I really am over the whole struggle black stories. I'm just really over. I know we have to go through things. We're all going to struggle. It's like, can we please come up with another concept? Like we've seen all the slavery movies we can. We know. We've seen all the movies where the girl gets beat up and choked, and he find God and they come back together. Girl, we tired of that. We tired. I'm sick of these struggle stories. Like, girl, where are the science fiction movies, black people? Where are they? Like, what is there something else we could talk about? Like, I'm just the whole you gotta go through hell and then to rise up, and then you just everything's gonna be great. Like, girl, after all that struggling, you gotta struggle, and then one day you gonna be lifted up, and everything's gonna be okay. I don't want to hear that story, and that's kind of the thing that the issue I have with a lot of these black movies. It's like the struggle story. Y'all keep repeating the same struggles. You're repeating them. You're repeating them. Okay, girl, we know. Like, can we go to the movies to like escape? Can we go to the movies to not think about the real issues that we gotta go through? We know we poor. Why we gotta get on TV and see that we poor? Like, girl, we want to escape. I need Tyler Perry, whoever else in control of these things, to come up with another concept. Because this is another reason why I don't go to the movies. I'm sick of watching struggle story. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But anyways, I think Taraji P. Henson should win an awards for her performance because, I mean, we all got our opinion, but I think Taraji P. Henson was the star of the show. And it's not just because I was a fan. I'm a fan. I think Taraji's performance was the highlight of mine. Everybody, I think, did good jobs, great jobs. But Taraji stood out to me. She stood out. And you could tell that she has experience, and then just even her facial expressions, like when she's not really even, engaged. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Now, I'm always here for some gay stuff. I'm always here for it, yes. But it's something about Suge Avery and Celie's like lesbian moments that always made me uncomfortable. And it's not like I'm uncomfortable with lesbianism. I'm not. I love all my gay people, trans, bi. We love y'all too. But I it's something that was always so uncomfortable about them two. I just don't know what it is. Am I the only one who is just uncomfortable? Okay, maybe it's just me, and I'm fine with that. But I think if you really love Color Purple, you're gonna love this. If you love musicals, I just my agent is gonna have to get it together.com this year because I should have been in Color Purple, like doing them dance. I would have been like a back dancer because them dancers, man. What? And a side note, speaking of gay stuff, Harpo, who is Harpo? Because Harpo my type. I'm just Pablo's my type. Like somebody I would love for. But that's just another story. Anyways, go see the movie if you want to. That was my last time. Again, these ain't my type of stories I want to see. Girl, I done seen abuse. I don't need to see it no more. Now, when Fantasia hit the ground after he slapped her, that stuff is triggering to me. That stuff makes me cringe. Like I was cringing in my whole body just clenched up. I can't take watching that stuff. And I done been to therapy for I don't know how long. I can't take watching that. I cannot. I cannot, even if I know it's fake. I just can't do it. But overall, I mean, I'm glad I just, went to support. Hopefully, me supporting will get these actors some more money, even though I really need the money. So, but yes, I hope we can get some new stories. But I mean, I'm sure this is gonna make a lot of money, and that's great. But anyways, we don't do movie reviews over here. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on how I felt about this movie. If you are up in the air about going to see it, if you don't mind seeing abuse, go on and see it, please. If you're like me, don't do it. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, hopefully, if you do get to see it, that you enjoy it. It's a long one, and they really need to. The movie theaters or whoever studios. Now the movie started at 10:25. The ads for other movies, the what do you call those? The previews. That was about 25 minutes of previews. I don't even remember it being that long for Beyonce movie, but there was like 25 minutes worth of previews. And I was just like, this is crazy. So getting out at 25 minutes of that was freaking previews. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed. Again, this holiday season, so be safe, and I will talk to you soon.